What's going on, everybody? How are we doing? My name is Elijah. I don't do this ever, but for some reason today I thought, why not? Feel like maybe some people could use a little refresher or some pieces of advice coming from somebody who's used Ableton for many years. I'm not professional by any means, and you can take what I say with a grain of salt. However, I do think I have some things to kind of go over. I don't have a specific number, but I'm just going to kind of ramble for a few minutes, and we're going to see what happens. So yeah, if you're an Ableton user, if you're new, or if you are, intermediate trying to get better and you want some tips and tricks that'll make your workflow faster and more efficient, I think this video could be good. So let's just cut the bullshit, just get into it. This is my default session here. I always have it in this view versus the mixer view. I think that's just kind of self-explanatory. If you're making beats, making songs, this is kind of a good place to start versus kind of being in here. And yeah, I kind of will jump around a little bit, but it'll kind of make sense as I keep going. So again, key points. My thing, what I've kind of grown to learn or to think about is how can I make things as fast as possible. Oftentimes when we're making music, you'll get an inspiration, you'll get a piece of an idea, and then you're kind of fumbling around for what tool you want to use or what sound, and then you lose it. And so we want to make it as easy as possible for you to do the things that you need to do. So I'll just kind of go over here on the right side what I have going on. As my default setup, it's very similar to the stock default. I got 2 MIDI tracks. I got 2 audio tracks. So if I want to just jump in and throw in a synth or a sound, I got 2 places that I can kind of go do that right away. I don't have to add a new track. Similarly with audio, if I want to throw in a sample or do something to chop or whatever, I got 2 audio tracks that I can easily put stuff into. So that right there is pretty helpful, of course. And then this again kind of comes as needed, but for me, I'm doing a lot of production, and then after I make a beat, well, I got my artists and we'll kind of make a song. So I have my vocal chain ready to go. I already got auto tune or waves tune on it. Kind of everything I need is here built for me. So you guys can judge, if you guys want to judge my vocal chain in the comments, you can. And then returns. I kind of have them all maxed out. It's about as much as you can get. But I kind of will have them all, all kind of labeled. We got chorus, long reverb, eighth delay, some slap delays, stuff like that you'll find that you need. And again, this is for me. So this is stuff that I use. If you find yourself wanting to throw on a compressor and do some some parallel compression, do it. It's kind of there for a good reason. And it will help you, if you use effects regularly or whatnot, it'll kind of have those on deck ready to go. Another thing that's really helpful too is I use this kind of collections here, and I will favorite sounds and plugins and then kind of label them accordingly. So I just have a generic favorites tab, my most used drum stuff, 808s, some mixing, mastering stuff. And they're not perfectly organized within there, but again, sometimes I'll forget what a plugin's name is, and it's kind of a nightmare going through a large list of brands and being like, okay, where did this come from if you don't remember the name? So having this is pretty helpful. It's all about how can we get to the end goal as fast as possible or as fluid as possible. We don't want there to be roadblocks. So that's kind of what I start off with here. Something else that I think could be helpful too is I can't really show it here, but I want you guys to utilize this little button up here, and this is the print MIDI button. So this can be this is number 2 on the list, or 2, 3. I have no idea where we're at, but this is again just ramble here. This little tiny square icon next to the circle and the arrow here. This is your print to MIDI. Now I'm gonna kind of show you. I'm gonna show a little example here of how I use this. For example, if I'm trying to record something. And let's say I like that for some reason and I don't want to have to go back and re-record it. That was asked, but I'll press the M key. Now, Ableton, I'm shaking my fist at you because you used to have a normal hotkey for triggering this, but you took it down. So I had to go over here to this key button. I think you can also press Command K, and this will pull it up. See, Command K, yeah. But if you press this key button, you can basically create like custom hotkeys. So I've taken this capture MIDI and I've made it my M key. And I'm telling you, if I could probably have one thing that has saved me the most amount of time, it's been this hotkey. Because, okay, it's kind of like, it's like you do something dope, you do something cool, and this could be for anything, not just for music. You do something cool, and then you're like, oh, let me show you this. The second you go to show somebody, it just doesn't work anymore. That's how I feel. That's how I feel sometimes. So like if I like get an idea down, I'm like, oh, that's cool, let's go record that. I often forget the idea or I don't do it as good as I did it the first time. By doing this, pressing that M button, it just pulls up everything that you did in the last 30 seconds. And the crazy part too, it goes even deeper than that. If I really were to play this out and do some long piano thing, it may just automatically chop me off at here if I press the M key, but you can drag it back and you got the whole thing. So I'm telling you, please do that. Go to the key, press all, and to make a key map, it's super easy. All you do is you just click on what you wanted to automate. So let's say I want to click on this stop button. You click on it, and then you press any key, and then that's how you create a hotkey. Very simple. So again, this little guy right here, use that. Let's see. Another thing too that is useful is turn your brain off. And this is less Ableton, but this is more so just in general with making music. Why are we making it so hard on ourselves? Why do we got to make it so complicated? And for the sake of it, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of just see if I can cook something up really quickly here. Granted, I'm going to use a little loopy, but we're going to see what happens here. So, and this will kind of give you a good idea as to how I maybe work. And, again, take it with a grain of salt, but if it makes sense to you like it does to me, maybe it'll help you. Okay, so I just got this giant loop here. First thing, we're going to want to make sure that the BPM is all Gucci here. Hit that warp. Make sure that we start from the 1-2. This is, I feel like, potentially overlooked. Look at the samples, see where they're starting. Make sure that we get it all on time so that we're working with a good clean slate. Anyways, so look, I got this whole loop. I have stems. That's cool. I got all those sections. Man, why do I want to make it so complicated? I'm just going to loop myself on this little jaunt here, and then I'm just going to add sounds and kind of go from there. There's that M key, and you're gonna see me kind of spam that. But genuinely, it is pretty helpful, and you'll kind of see. You should be able to see why. Again, I could have totally been like, oh, that was off key, or oh, that was like, or that wasn't quantized, or that was like off. Bro, Smack that M button, quantize that real quick. Okay, boom, I'm off a little bit. Fuck it, whatever. Boom. That's the thing too. You may as you're doing it, you may like get a little thing, be like, oh, that's cool, or that's not cool, man. I just like I said, I did that first little note that I did, I didn't like it, so I just moved on. I kept the next ones. That M, it's pretty glorious. And we're just playing around. There we go. Okay, boom. Okay, how long? I don't know. How long did that take? I could have spent less time. But I didn't let myself overthink it. Okay, now we're in. Okay, now we're fucking in there. Now look at that. Okay, great. I can duplicate it. Now I can listen to it with the whole sample. I don't even know what this sounds like. Okay, but we're gonna play with it and we're gonna see what's up. This is my opportunity now to sauce it, to add some sections. I can, play around with the sample itself, make it kind of a little bit more unique. But like, man, we're fucking in there. Hard. Say it. It takes me a second sometimes. Okay, so there's a little bluff. Okay, this is another good example, okay? So I've been looping this section, and since I used that trick, the M, it pushed it over here. This is not where I want it. Low key, it was here. Okay, so we gotta move it back. Okay, low key, actually, it's gonna be over here. Okay, so I like that little glitchy chop bullshit at the end. That's pretty cool. Alright, fire. I mean, low key, like, bro, somebody could spaz on that. Like, now. Okay, this is like 10 minutes, maybe. I don't even know. Okay, easy shit. This is all easy shit. This is shit that you all could do. Okay, everybody could do that. So I say that for inspirational purposes. One other thing that I like to do, and I guess we'll just address it because I'm at that point now. So for all like hats and shit like that, and like drums in reality, if you got this plugin, this one's dope. New to Distort, as we all know. Just gives a little back and forth. So yeah, anyway, there you go. I'm gonna try to do more of these. This is the first one, so granted it's probably a little awkward. I'm gonna have better things to say. Don't worry, there's things in my brain that I'm happy to get off here. So yeah, anyways, check me out. You can find me on Instagram. Check me out on YouTube. It is wera.eternal. I'll post a link in the description. But yeah, check it out. Drop me a sub. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about or show you in the comments. Just let me know. I guess my open book. But yeah, peace out.